See. Hello, Jahan. How are you today?
Hi, Joey. Very nice to see you. Long time no see.
You too. Thank you so much for taking some time with me today. I know we're on the other side of the world, so it's your nighttime and my morning, but I really miss you and I miss the Gulf. And you're in Bahrain right now, correct?
Yes, I'm in Bahrain. Luckily,
Awesome.
I'm not traveling.
Nice. Well, Bahrain is a beautiful place. It's a small island in between the Emirates and Saudi Arabia there in the Gulf. And right now your winter is the best winter on earth. It's so nice. Little chilly in the morning and then perfect, or maybe sometimes even too hot in the afternoon, right?
Yes, yes. And the night, the weather is awesome these days. Winter time, we have the best weather
Yeah,
from the whole year. Yeah.
that's great. Well,
Mm.
I've got some great memories of Bahrain and great memories of you. I think the first time I met you, this is in 2017, and I think we were in Spain. I think we were in Madrid at some castle at a gala dinner. I think that's my first
Oh,
memory
really?
of you, at least. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember that specifically, but I know that I know you a long time back.
Yeah,
I remember that I always know you.
that's great. Yeah, well, what stood
Yeah.
out to me, well, first of all, Spain is beautiful, one of my favorite countries I've been to, but we uh we met and you had been going through some tough times just before that, and you were just so sincere and nice and positive, and I was just like, this woman is special. And you're very inspirational, and you've always gone out of your way to smile and say hi, and I just appreciate that friendship we have. So thank you.
Yeah, it's always nice to see you, Joey. It's always nice to follow you on Instagram. I like that you travel around the world and have a very beautiful pictures everywhere, and that's itself also very inspiring. Going everywhere with your kids and taking photos everywhere, very beautiful photos. That's also very nice. So I like to
um,
follow you.
well, thank you, and
Most welcome.
likewise. You've got some great kids. So, well, let me ask, Jahan, where did you grow up, and how are you there in Bahrain right now, and how's that shaped who you are today?
Well, I was born in Bahrain. We've grown in actually it's a very conservative family from mine, um, both sides. And in Gulf in general, we are very conservative families, and we have a very specific culture in our country. We grow up, we get married very young age.
Mhm.
We value in Bahrain, we value. Education. So education is very important. You have to go and finish your college. Then there is a specific role of especially females that you have to get married in early age and have kids and uh, design your own family. And that was my destiny. I got married very quickly. I had my kids, and but problem happens because when you grow up, when you get more mature, you discover things and you start looking around and you sometimes outgrow your partner and sometimes things get different.
Right.
So yeah, um, um, in our family we have, yani it's hard to get divorced. It's hard to, it's very hard as a culture tradition.
Mm.
You have to just stick to your family no matter what. But when things get in heat, you have to take decision. And I think this is where I am so grateful for my challenges in life, because I think from there I got my power and strength
Hmm.
because of the struggles that I have, because of maybe not the right partner that I have. And he got when we grow up, things got very different. Just a minute.
No problem.
Okay, sorry for that.
No problem.
uh, so I think my struggle in life, and I had a lot of them, I think this is what shaped me.
Hmm.
We grow up that to see that struggles are something bad that happens to people,
Hmm.
but I start looking at them that they are the best thing that happens to me because I've learned my lessons from those struggles that I had. First was I lived with an abusive husband. He was abusive for me, for my kids, and it was very hard to get divorced at that time.
Hmm.
But I learned to stand for myself. I learned to stand for my kids, and to overcome all of that was very difficult in our culture.
Yeah.
But that taught me a lot to stand for myself and to give myself, to love myself, and to overcome all of this. I think it shaped whom really I am right now. Beside of that, I had a daughter. I have four kids, in fact, two girls and two boys. One of my girls was born with some disabilities, and those disabilities make her struggle in her life. And with those disabilities, also, I had to be strong mom to see her struggling all of these struggles, and then she passed away, of course, yani,
Yeah.
before I met you. And that also taught me a lot, taught me how to be patient, how to just accept the life as it is and learn from the lessons, learn from the struggles. And I think that inspires me a lot. I think my daughter was a great gift for me.
Hmm.
She taught me a lot of lessons before she go. Um, I learned a lot about life from her because she was a very strong baby girl. She was suffering and was holding in life as if life is something worth fighting for. She didn't had a normal childhood. She was born with the disabilities since day one, but she was holding on life. She taught me that life worth fighting for. She had that spirit fighter that make me look at life in a different way.
Yeah.
Life has its own struggles, but we have to know why we're here and how we should live our life and what we should give in this life before we go, and the lessons that we might spread in this world before we leave this life, the legacy that we have to give before we left. Although she was disabled, but she has that legacy that gave me a lot of strength and wisdom before she left. So
Yeah.
I guess life struggles teach everyone, um, but we should listen to those struggles. We should not look at them at that they are the worst thing that happens to us. Maybe the worst thing is the best thing that will ever happen to us if we
Yeah.
learn the lesson behind that pain.
Yeah.
So
I
I
love
guess
that.
pain is the great, yeah, pain is the best teacher for us.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Well, I love that you said that's what has given you power. And I feel like you're one of the most powerful women I know. And you can see it, feel it, and you inspire people to lead a good life, and make a difference. So I love that about you. And we have a shared
yeah,
mentor that teaches us that, about, you know, to be powerful, you have to get beat up. You know, you have to learn, and
Mm.
oftentimes you have to learn how to just get better. I think of the Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi telling Daniel-san, you know, to wax on, wax off, and he's questioning, why am I doing
Yeah,
this? Why am I doing this? And you know, as he's
yeah,
getting beat up and beat up and beat up, and then eventually he realizes, you know, he's better and
yeah.
stronger, and he's winning, and it's because he went through that and didn't quit.
Yes,
So
exactly, exactly. So sometimes when we are in the middle of the struggle, we don't see that.
yeah,
But by time, if we have that awareness that we are in the middle of struggle, there is something that we have to learn to get out from that mess.
yep,
And my struggles in life give me that lesson. Now, whenever I had any struggle in life, I feel different. I feel, oh, there is a big lesson coming to me. So I have to be wise and I have to listen. I have to look everything around me. There is a big lesson coming to it.
mhm,
يعني big lesson is coming forward. So I don't look at the struggle as it is. It's not a struggle. It's a big lesson. So
yeah,
looking at it is different. And I taught my team as well. My team was very inspired with my stories, so I always teach them you have to learn something in life, that you have to welcome challenges. If those lessons or those challenges will teach you something, will
mhm,
make you more wise, then you have to welcome them. So you
yeah,
have to want more challenges in life. Life without challenges is life without lessons.
yeah.
So yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Well, Jahan, I am always inspired talking to you. Let me ask, what's a childhood memory that still inspires you or influences you, or a childhood tradition? What's something from your youth that you is still with you today?
Well, I thought that I had a very good childhood يعني memories. I've always been the nice kid,
Yeah.
the one who listens to everyone, the one who was wise. I was very in the school I was the best, and I was always number one. So for me, childhood for myself was a very good, peaceful childhood. But for, for my brother, it was not. He was
Mhm.
always the naughty one. He was the troublemaker. He was um, not. He was not the nerd one, at
Mhm.
school. So I was looking. I was comparing. I was looking at him, and يعني, my parents were always, tough on him because he was not listening. So
Mhm.
I look at him and I'm trying to be the opposite. So that's why I became the best and
Oh, that's
everything.
awesome.
I was afraid that my parents would be tough on me. And in our family, we have a very strong family relationships.
Mhm.
Um, our يعني being with the family is for us is very um, it's secret, it's secret gathering, and for us these gatherings are must.
Yeah.
We have a very strong relationship with my aunties, with my uncles, with my cousins. It's like, where it's like living in one place,
Yeah.
and living together. It's like brothers and sisters. We're very, very close family. So we always had, even though we don't have a lot of brothers and sisters, even my some of my uncles, they don't have only one daughter and one son. Still, we never felt that we were little, because we have a big family that we gather a lot and we get very close. So I think it was a very happy childhood memories, and we have a lot of activities that we are doing. Especially my uncle take us a lot of um, outside. We go gardens, we go to sometimes camping, sometimes we do a lot of activities because we are a very big family,
Yeah.
and all of them have had children, like يعني in our age. So we go and do a lot of activities together. So I think my childhood was a very nice childhood, and we had a very good memories at that time.
That's great. I love that your culture is so focused on family. Um,
Yeah,
it's the
too
best.
much.
What's
Mm.
something else unique about your culture that you're really proud of?
Well, I'm very proud that actually my culture teach us uh, to trust each other as a family. Um, we value family very much.
Mhm.
We value tradition very much. We value religion very much. So I think our tradition um, impose the culture on us. This culture very much, and you know, you can you can understand or you can know some people from Gulf from the way they dress,
Mhm.
the dress code, whether they're female or male. You can understand that they are from Gulf because of the way they dress.
Right.
And I love that because they impose it from the school. The thobe, the thobe. This is something traditional, but and it's like a dress code, not in Bahrain, but in especially in other Gulf countries.
Mhm.
They impose on this culture. It's defining whom we are.
Yeah.
In Bahrain, you anyone come Bahrain, they will know that they love Bahrain because Bahrain is very kind people. They are very helpful and very friendly with others. So everyone come to Bahrain. They love Bahrain. Although we don't have a lot of places for tourism, but
Mhm.
people really love to come to our country because it's so welcoming.
Yeah.
So welcoming. People are so helpful. You will find everyone helping everyone, and so friendly with them, and they might even invite other people, even though they came for the first time. So this is something I love about our country. Even though when I travel outside, um, although Bahrain is a very small country in the Gulf, but I think it's very big from because of the heart of the people.
Yeah.
It's people of Bahrain have a very big heart, and people who come to Bahrain, they would love to come again because of the people. Maybe we don't have, as I said, a lot of places that you might visit. And we don't have a lot of nature, for example, but the people come again and again for the people
Yeah.
of Bahrain. Yeah.
I
For,
like that.
for the yeah, for the kindness of the people. It's
I
not because
remember,
I'm from Bahrain. It's
yeah,
everyone telling us this.
right. Well, and
Mm.
I loved visiting too. There's the fort not too far from the office there that was super cool. And then you've got F1 that's pretty awesome. I think the
Yeah.
F1, I can't remember if it's in Vegas and then Bahrain or Bahrain then Vegas, but something
Yes.
we share in common. Um,
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
and I love that going back about your culture too. I remember some of the first meetings I had in the Middle East where that you had the men on one side of the room in white, the kandora, and then women on the other side of the room in the black abaya, and very respectful, very, like you said, structured and lots of tradition.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Although we are very open, yani we are very open with the other cultures, and we are very open with other religions as well. But again, we still hold on our tradition and religion and all of this. And as you said, one of the maybe biggest thing is the separation of male and female that I didn't saw in other than Gulf countries.
Mhm.
I was last 2 months. I was traveling with my mom to do some operation in other countries,
Mhm.
and I was surprised that the place was mixed. Doctors, and my mother, we have male doctors are coming. Although this country is not a foreign country, it's supposed to be an Islamic country as well. And
Uh-huh.
I was, yeah, I was surprised that males are entering to my mother's room after
Hmm.
operation, and they are not even knocking. So
Mm.
I realize that it's more of a culture in our country that we are grown with, that separation of male and female, especially on places like hospitals and schools and all of these places
Mhm.
are. This is how we grow up. So even when we met with the team, although it's fine to mix up, but automatically we go males one side and females one side, although we are in the same room, because
Right,
this is how we grow up. Yes.
right. What's something that about Bahrain or the Gulf or your culture that you wish more people understood?
Um, yeah, as the, now maybe people are more aware of Islam now than before, because I think the other world thinks that Islam is like yani ISIS, or
Hmm.
Islamic people hate others, or they want to just kill others. We are a very peaceful people. I think Islam is the word Islam come from peace. So we are very peaceful people. We love others. We are raised with love and harmony and friendship. So what I love others to know about us, we are very friendly people. We are very nice people. We treat everyone in kindness, and um, Islam is not a bad thing, as we understand that people take that from us. Uh, it's a very peaceful religion, not like what people hear about us. And uh, also, people think that Gulf countries are only rich people
Hmm.
with no mind.
Hmm.
Some people think that we are just a rich people, but
You all drive
with no
Lamborghini,
mind.
Bahrain, right?
Yeah, Lamborghini, and we are not. We don't have mind, and no, we are very educational people. Um, we have a very great minds, and I think um, we are not something to take lightly. Um, um, as like our friend, he have a very big mind, and I think um, he's so advanced in the way he thinks than a lot of people that I know in this world.
Yeah,
So I guess, yeah, we are not that, and we are not dumb people with money.
yeah, yeah.
No,
Well,
we are not that rich, by the way. We are living a very good, decent life.
hmm.
But and I think we are very we have a lot of people who have that wisdom also, that they can spread in the world. So yeah, I wish people will change that understanding
Yeah,
from and there is few people doing something, that doesn't mean that all of us are doing the same.
right.
Yeah, we should
Well,
people should come and visit us to know more about us.
and I think that's the key. I've always felt loved and welcomed, and everybody's been so kind. And, we have crazy people here in the US and in South America and Asia. There's gangs and cartels, and, again,
Everywhere.
there's bad
Yeah,
people everywhere, but I feel like the
everywhere.
Arab world and the Gulf countries have some of the best people in the world. And so you're right.
Oh,
I
thank you.
think people just need to travel. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and you
Not
guys,
to
one of
not
one of the
listen not to listen to the media so much. They have
right.
to come and know.
Amen. And one part of your culture, you have Ramadan coming up, um,
Mm,
which is a wonderful month of fasting and prayer and growth and change and giving for the Arab world. And one of my favorite parts was participating with you guys. Um, and then you have an iftar. So tell me about that, because some of the best food I've ever had. There's actually
Oh,
a place in Bahrain. It was our friend Dr. Majdi's sister Hala.
yeah.
She made this uzi.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you've had her uzi, but for those that have never heard of uzi, it's like a pot roast of lamb, and it's just so tender, falls apart, and is amazing with a bed of rice and some vegetables. But
Mm.
that was one of my best iftars ever. But can you explain Ramadan and iftar really quickly?
Before I go to that, we have the best food, I think, in the world.
Yep.
Still, when I travel, we just miss our food. We want to eat our food. It has a lot of spices, it has a lot of flavors, and
Yep.
I think it's the best food in the world. So, and it makes us, fat because it's very delicious.
Sure.
And Ramadan is a very holy month for us, and it's a very, very, very beautiful month for us as well. It's very peaceful. It comes with a lot of peace and harmony and spiritual activities to do. And Ramadan is a month of fasting. We fast from the early prayer, maybe like 4 a.m., to the Maghrib prayer when the sun sets.
Mhm.
So this almost 16 hours of fasting. Then we have the iftar, which is the first meal that we had after fasting all the day, from water, uh, from uh, from drinks and food, and fasting also from harming other people. Fasting is not meant to be only for food and water.
Yeah.
Also, you have to fast from, yeah, yeah, you're listening?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Fasting meant to be also fasting from hurting other people, from saying bad words, from talking about other people badly, from lying to others, from all other bad activities as well. So
Yeah.
it's a month of discipline. It's
Hmm.
discipline from eating, from lying, from talking, from looking, from all other sins that usually we do uh, in daily life.
Yeah.
So this is a month of discipline, disciplining ourselves, and it's a month of raising our spiritual um, connection with the God.
Yeah.
So the iftar is the first meal, and mashallah, we are not supposed to have a very big iftar sufra, We are supposed to have a very little food, but
Mhm.
unfortunately, because we are fasting, so we do a lot of delicious food because when you're fasting, you just think about anything you would love to have it.
Mhm.
خلاص, so we have a lot of traditional food that we eat sometimes only in Ramadan.
Right, right.
We have something called haris. We have something called some food. We have sambusa, kebab. We have tharid. We have a lot of traditional food. Now we only eat those foods. Some of them we only eat them in Ramadan because
Yeah.
it's a very traditional food, and we love to eat them in Ramadan.
That's
People
great.
eat them still in other days, but Ramadan meant for those food. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it's like a tradition.
Well, same with the dates. People eat dates all the time, but specifically to start iftar.
Specifically, we break the fast with date and milk or yogurt.
Hmm.
This is how we break our fast, and then we pray. Then we eat the normal food.
Yeah.
We are not supposed to eat a lot as well because this is against disciplining your body.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a very little food. Then people go to pray also for after that. Then we eat again in the night
Mhm.
before we fast again.
Mhm.
So we eat also light food before we fast. Then we fast for the next day.
It's great.
That's it for the whole month.
And this goes,
And it's
go ahead.
yeah, and since in the morning we are fasting, sometimes people are tired, or most of the females are spending time on the kitchen doing delicious food for the iftar. And after iftar, in our country, in Gulf countries specifically, it's full of life outside. When you go after iftar, everywhere is open with lights. It's like a festival,
Yeah.
and all the hotels are opened and all the restaurants are open. They do this ghabga because there is a late iftar. They call it ghabga. So it's like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. People are going to have buffets everywhere, and life is it's very nice going outside after
Yeah.
iftar. Yeah, it's full of life till the next morning, sometimes till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. in the morning. People are all over outside, and you don't feel that it's night already
Right.
or it's morning. It's people still are going outside and coming, and it's a full of life. It's really beautiful.
We love that. I remember my boys loved going towards the Burj Khalifa or Atlantis, and the cannon for iftar would go off, and then they would always say it feels like Christmas,
Yeah,
so
exactly. It feels even our gatherings, we wear a very lovely clothes as well, and we wear a very traditional clothes. Even females, we wear a traditional clothes. We wear our gold. We wear gold, and uh, especially in Ramadan, it's like a month of celebrating the whole month.
yeah,
It's a very nice month for us.
that's that's great.
Mm.
Well, let's change gears. What is your favorite place that you've ever traveled? You've been all over the world, but what's your favorite place and why?
Yeah, I traveled to a lot of places all over the continents. And you will be surprised that my best place is Los Angeles.
Okay.
I love Los Angeles. I've been to Europe. I like Europe, but not like US.
Mm-hmm.
I love Los Angeles. I think Los Angeles, you can get anything you want and travel there.
Mm-hmm.
If you want nature, they have very beautiful nature. If you want entertainment, they have entertainment like Hollywood and activities there. If you
Mm-hmm.
want beaches, they have beaches. If you want malls, they have malls. If you want nice weather, they have nice weathers.
Mm-hmm.
If you want restaurants, they have very beautiful restaurants and a variety of restaurants. I think everything in every word is there in Los Angeles. So
That's
I
great.
loved Los Angeles. Sometimes you travel only for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, East Asia, or yeah, Far East, uh, they have beaches, very nice beaches, but the weather is humid.
Mm-hmm.
Europe, they have a very nice weather and nature, but you don't have a lot of restaurants that delicious food and you can eat
Mm-hmm.
varieties. They don't have that much. Entertainment, some of the countries, they have entertainment, but the weather is very hot. Like, for example, Orlando. Orlando is full of entertainment activities, but it's very hot there. So you can find whatever you want in one place in Los Angeles.
That's
If you want
great.
shopping, have great malls. If you want beaches, they have great beaches. Nice weather, nice nature, nice. They have entertainment. They have b- food. They have, everything. So it's my best place around the world, Los Angeles.
Love it. I remember we actually went on a trip. There was about a dozen or so of us, and
Yeah,
we went to
it was a
Universal
very nice one.
Studios, and that was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, Hollywood also, and yes, it's very nice. That was my second trip to Los Angeles.
Oh, great. Well, you'll have to come back again. I'm not too far in Vegas.
I will. Yeah, I will definitely. I love it. Next time with
Um,
my kids, inshallah.
yes, inshallah. Um,
Mm.
who has been a major influence in your life and why?
Oh, Dr. Majdi.
Okay.
Um, I think I'm so grateful for Dr. Majdi. So, so, so grateful. Dr. Majdi Abedi is my mentor. He's my inspirational. He's my coach. Um, he has a lot of influence in my life. I don't know what my life will turn around without him, in fact, because when my first struggles with my marriage to get divorced, it was very, very difficult because my family was against it
Mhm.
and I was suffering. He was abusive, he was beating me, he was insulting, and I was like, I couldn't get out from that. And family was not very supportive in getting divorced.
Mhm.
So I think he was the one who helped me to get out of that. And he told me a word that um, courage, you can be courage once, or you can be coward for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
And that hits me really hard. And I don't want to just live this life. I have to be strong for once to change my life.
Yeah.
And it was a big lesson. Second thing, he was very supportive in this. And second thing was my daughter. When I first know about my daughter, before she passed away, of course, um, he was the one who helped me to understand her situation and accept it and work hard to make her have a better life now and to focus on my other kids as well. When I first had her, in between all of these struggles, you sometimes forget about the sometimes when you're you know in the struggle, you don't see the good things in your life, you just see the black thing. Everything turns black.
Yeah.
So he taught me how to be grateful for other things that I have. He taught me how to be grateful for other healthy kids that I have. He taught me how to be helpful for my daughter. She needs me now. She needs my insanity not to go away. She needs me to be strong for her. And he taught me something, that this child is a blessing. And if she passed away, if this is the worst thing gonna happen, if she passed away, she will take you to heaven. So she might be the best thing happen to you. So you should look at this as a blessing. It's not something bad.
Absolutely.
And this shift really shifts my life for the best. So I'm so grateful for this guy, that he really helped me to overcome major challenges in my life that without him, I don't know how I would be thinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will always be grateful for him. He was very helpful and supportive. And he taught me how to stand up for myself and for my kids, and to be inspirational for other women, that a lot of women, especially in our world, a lot of women are abused and suffering, and they don't know how to do what to do, especially in our culture. It's a very conservative culture where female are not allowed to, you know, get divorced easily, or these things. So and I don't. A lot of people, they don't want to get divorced because getting divorced is not a nice thing in our
Yeah.
culture. So people are afraid to step up to do that thing. So I was. He taught me to be an inspiration for a lot of females, and I was doing those lectures in many countries in Arab world, and was talking about my struggles and how one single step that will give you freedom for the rest of your life. Sometimes the struggle is within, it's not outside.
Yeah.
So you have to just get rid of that within struggle that you're facing, and the life will be different, so different in the outside. So it's in the mind. And from there, يعني, I chose to be a life coach, because I've been in a lot of things and a lot of challenges, and once I overcome them, I know how to teach others to overcome them. I know what I did at that moment and what I was feeling at that moment, and how I overcome all of this to reach to where I am. Those struggles taught me how to be happy, in fact. If you were not sad, you will never know how to be happy.
Yeah.
So happiness is to reach to happiness, you have to feel sadness,
Hmm.
and you have to be very grateful for everything you've been through. And I'm so grateful for everything. Every struggle is the best thing ever happened to me. I'm so grateful for all the things that I've been through. I'm so grateful for the people around me. I'm so grateful for who I am right now. I'm so grateful for each and every opportunities that I was um, uh, seen in my life. And I guess this is what the people around the world need to listen to. People need to listen to a lot of hope that life will be a better place, and there is a chance for everyone to have a better life. So we're here to make life better
Yeah, I love it.
in
And
all means, in all means.
Dr. Majdi is so awesome. He's one of my favorite people. And I love those words. Like you said, you can take courage once or, be a coward forever and regret that.
Yeah,
And I know
yeah.
you're gonna see your daughter again. And I know I love your mindset. I love your strength and inspiration to others, especially women, especially in your part of the world. And thank you to Dr. Majdi as well for helping so many people. He's got a contagious laugh as well. He's just a contagious guy. So
Yes, it's so funny.
he's the best. Well,
Yeah.
I think that is probably, I don't think we can top that. I think that's a good place to end. But really quick, a couple quick questions.
Mm.
What's a book or movie that you recommend to everybody?
Oh, book. One of the best books I've ever read is called Reality Transurfing.
Say that again.
As Transurfing for
Hmm.
Vedum, or I don't remember the name of. Just a minute, I have it here. This
Okay.
is one of the best books I've ever read for mindset. And well, I have a very big library here and a lot of books of you know personal development and leadership, and this is Reality Transurfing for Vadem Zeeland. It's an Irishman.
Okay.
Reality Transfer is a very, very big, thick book, but it's very heavy in content and very nice one. And also a lot of books are for David Hawkins.
Okay.
I love David Hawkins and all of his books. I have all of these books, and one of the maybe most famous one is Letting Go. But I've read all his books, Power versus Force, and a lot of books of his, and I love it so much. It's good for the mindset, and it's good to know in which level of awareness you're living in this life. A lot of books of leadership also for John C. Maxwell, but for me, the best for mind shift, mindset is Reality Transurfing
Love it. I'll
or
have to get that.
Vadim. Yes, this is one of the best books for me. And movies, well, actually, I love historical movies. So if you will ask me, I would maybe not to recommend, but I love watching uh, 100, 300,
300.
300 for Spartans.
Yeah,
I love it. Sparta.
that's great. Well, it's just them against the world. So,
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, maybe it's not for recommendation, but I love historical movies in general, and
mhm,
this is my best movie.
love it. Do you prefer mountains or beach?
Beach. Me
Beach.
and my kids, we love the beach. We love the water.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Jahan,
Mhm.
you're the best. How can
Thank
people
you.
connect with you? How can they follow you or find you on social media or online?
Well, I have social media. I have Jehan Alsaegh on Instagram and the
Mhm.
same on TikTok called Jehan Alsaegh, Jehanalsaegh.
I will put that
Instagram.
in the show
Yeah,
notes as well.
Instagram. Yeah, TikTok and Instagram. I'm there.
Okay. Well, go follow Jahan, everybody. And Jahan, thank you so much for your time today. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
I appreciate it and thank you for this opportunity. And I hope all the best for you, Joey. And we hope to see you soon, maybe in
Yes.
Mauritius.
Oh man, I would love to go to Mauritius. I don't think I'm on that trip though.
Inshallah, next time, maybe in Korea.
Okay. Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye, Jahan.
Bye.